Hey YouTube, this is BEReview, the review of Free Realms. Let's see. What's unique about this game? This game is very unique because you can level up all the classes on one character, and the max level is 20, and in most games it's in the higher, like 50 or higher. But there are several jobs to level up. There are 9 plus 6, that makes 15 jobs. And all of these jobs level up in a different way, unless they're combat jobs, which they level up in the same way, but they are very different. For example, the adventurer levels up by exploring, while the archer levels up by killing things. The blacksmith levels up by crafting, while the chef levels up by cooking. The cart driver levels up by racing, while the postman levels up by delivering mail. And the pet trainer and the miner level up by training dogs and cats to mining. So there are several ways to level up in this game without touching combat, but I do like the combat aspect of it, which is why I'm a 20 medic, a 20 ninja, and I did a non-combat job, which is the postman. The gear, there are only a few sets of gear until you get to the very high levels, 20, 19, and 20, and then you get the high-end gear and weapons, and the ability to buy weapons from vendors, weapons and armor from vendors. Now this is my ninja, he's my main guy. Anyway, so I'm just going to give you a little combat demo over here to see what combat looks like. Combat is exclusive in this game, and it's isolated from everything else, which means that you can't get attacked when you're not in a combat minigame or dungeon. Minigames are smaller combat, where you just battle a few of the same thing, and dungeons have several different creatures, and they're much larger, and you get better loot. Now, here I'm going to kill some Frostfang Snarlers. And as you can see, I have 5 abilities at the bottom, and I start out with 2, then at 5 I get the 3rd, 10 I get the 4th, and 15 I get the 5th, and then at 20 you get nothing. But you do get to finish up your stars. And what stars are they are currency, so to speak, for abilities. Stars, you deposit stars into one ability to increase the damage on that ability, the healing, the time, depending on what ability it is. Now I'm just going to exit here. Oops. Now since I'm 20, I can't get stars anymore, so I'm not going to be able to deposit stars, but I can show you what it looks like. So here I deposit stars into one of these containers on any of these abilities, and it would increase the damage of that ability. Alright, there are potions, but a new thing that a lot of games don't have are these power shards. These shards are huge stats, I mean gigantic stats on your character, because your equipment doesn't have stats, it only has defense, which is a stat to protect you from taking damage. Anyways, so yeah, now the other way to level up is doing mini-games for all the other jobs that aren't combat jobs. Like the postman delivers mail, which is an in-game minigame, meaning you can actually interact with other players in the middle of the minigame. And that's where you do the postman stuff. But I'm going to show you a mining minigame, which is like most other minigames, sorting the mail and farming. Now what you do is you connect 3 or more blocks together to drop ore to the bottom, which will be collected in the cart. And then you smelt the ore into iron bars, which the blacksmith can then use to create weapons. And in the farming minigame, you collect fruit, and eventually you get baskets of fruit, and depending on how many baskets of fruit you get, depends on how many rain leaf or gumdrop you get. This is just a mining practice here, because I don't want it to take too long. Alright, so what you do is you basically connect 3 or more blocks together and drop this ore to the bottom. Now, since this is the practice one, it isn't incredibly difficult. Later on, you'll get like 5 colors of these blocks, and it gets much more challenging. Alright, there, I completed my goal already. So I'm going to exit here. And here you can see your stats. Now, this was a practice one, so you don't get loot. But normally you'd get ore, which can then be smelted into another minigame. So that's basically the gist of what you'll do to level up, besides quests. Now, questing in this game is very limited. Every 5 levels you will receive a few quests for your job, and then you get contracts, which are repeatable killing quests. This is for only the combat jobs, by the way. Repeatable killing quests, which then reward you with experience. So that's about it. And the other ones you just have to grind these levels, because you'll have a few quests and you'll say achieve level 5 or achieve level 10 or achieve level 15, so you have to grind and grind and grind. So this game is just a big grind fest, and at the end the gear costs a lot of money, so you just grind and grind and grind. It is fun though, but that's why I give the gameplay a 7, the graphics an 8, and the music a 6. It's the same song over and over again. Now, I think that they did put Sony did put a lot of effort into this game for a free game, but not if you have the membership. But you do unlock a lot with the membership, and a large part of the game. But once you do get to 20, it gets much more interesting. You get a lot more gear and that. And collections, I'll talk briefly about that. Once you finish a collection, you get a reward. If you finish a lot of collections, then you get a weapon. If you finish all 3 of your class collections, you get a weapon. Now here is your friends page, your guild page, and your acquaintances list, just in case you traded with somebody and they didn't give you the correct amount. This is my guild, and these are my friends. Alright, until next time, this is BEReview signing out. I hope you enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you want more reviews of different video games. And that's about it.